Over 100,000 people started Zwift Academy, completing 6 workouts and 2 races to qualify for this final.
I'm Mattia, I'm 24 and I'm from Italy.
And we're down to just 6. 3 men and 3 women.
I am Maddie, as everyone calls me. I'm from Bloemfontein, South Africa.
Our finalists have made it through the grueling workouts and races on Zwift.
My name's Louis Kitski, I'm from Germany.
And they've never been closer to their dream of becoming a professional rider.
They believe that they have got what it takes.
I'm Laura Schiment. I come from Slovenia. I am a veterinarian.
And they'll be here with 2 of the biggest teams in the men's and women's World Tour.
Canyonstram Racing and Alpecin Koning.
My name's Katie. I'm from London. I work in finance.
Can you imagine, just a few weeks ago, they were living their normal lives? From a student, to a coach, to a vet, to even a trader in the city. Riding at home on Zwift in their bedroom or garage.
I'm Anton. I come from Cologne. I'm 24 years old.
And now they're going to ride with the world champion Mathieu van der Poel and the 3rd place in the overall of the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift, Cassia Nieuwiadoma.
You also get a bit nervous when you see some bigger riders.
It was a little bit unreal and I think I still have to process.
And for the next 4 days, our finalists are going to be tested.
The coaches who set the programming game have very specific data for all the riders. And there is no doubt they're extremely strong athletes. But now we want to see if they can back those numbers up on the road.
The 3 finalists, when they first arrived, it's always really, really interesting. I think they're all a little bit nervous, and that's the most natural thing. This is what they want to do. They're looking at this as their future.
They just popped in to our environment, our training camp. We are used to be here, we are familiar with each other. For them, it's really completely new. There was some stress, for sure, noticeable, also in numbers. When we saw the blood pressure of some guys, normally a doctor will come then and say you have to take rest for 3 days.
It was a strange emotion. Of course, I'm happy to be here, but I'm also in race mode. You know, there is also a little bit of some nerves. I'm Mattia, I'm 24. I grew up doing athletics, middle distance running, and I was at national level. I did some national championships, but then I stopped because of an injury and I started cycling at 20 years old.
Sì, qui abbiamo qualche foto di Mattia piccolo, con le sorelle, con la famiglia. Qui in particolare ha la maglia verde del Giro d'Italia.
I grew up with inspiration from Ivan Basso. And I think he is the main reason why I got passionate to cycling. Right now, one of my biggest idols is Primož Roglič because of the unusual path to the top.
Ci sono queste ultime 2 foto che forse rappresentano i 2 risultati più importanti. La vittoria alla Maratona delle Dolomiti nel percorso medio, in cui appunto ha vinto il percorso medio, e il campionato europeo degli scalatori nel 2023, in cui è arrivato secondo dietro Grosjean, che è un ciclista appunto professionista del UAE.
The main thing that I want to do with my life is to live in the sport environment and to have a job in the sport environment. Of course, the dream job is to be an athlete, but that's also what I'm pursuing outside of the sport, to be a coach or something that's still in the sport.
Maybe it's not the usual average, you can maybe do that.
Okay, good morning all. Short pre-training briefing, a bit longer than normal. First of all, I would like to introduce 3 new colleagues for the week, Mattia, Anton and Luis. They will join us on training, and by the end of the week someone needs to give his contract to those guys. It's a joke.
I just asked if they can introduce themselves so we know a bit more where you're from.
Hi, in 30 seconds. Introduce yourself. Who are you? Where are you from?
Well, I'm Luis, I'm 19 years old, I'm from North Germany, and my specialty is a bit time trialing.
Yeah, I'm Anton, I'm 24 years old, I'm from Cologne in Germany as well. My specialty is probably climbing, and besides training I also study sports science.
Yeah, I'm Mattia, I'm from Italy, and I also study sports science, and yeah, I'm also, let's say, climber, also a little bit of TT, definitely not a sprinter, so yeah, today I put my hands forward.
We have a 4-hour ride on the schedule. We take it easy. We have just some kind of practical drills. Somewhere on the loop in Pego, there we will have some activation drills. We will have some sprints. We will just try to rotate a bit with the team. Close to each other, just try to feel a bit, try to integrate in the group. And in the last hour somewhere, that will be between K90 and 100. We have another quite straight section where we do the activation drills of the first hour again. And hopefully you still are as good as in the first hour on your 5 to 20 second intervals. Okay? Good?
Hour one was basically a steady ride with several really intense sprints of between 10 seconds and 30 seconds, essentially to activate the muscles.
That feeling that you have when you're close to Mathieu van der Poel and you hope not to do something stupid, but that just, I think it's the same for everybody.
3, 2, 1, go! The first time I sprint against Mathieu, I wasn't maybe too big of a gear, so he accelerated like twice as fast as me, so I didn't have any chance, but still a nice experience.
So you're preparing for cyclocross worlds now, or? Yeah. But most on the road, not so much on the cyclocross bike?
On the road now, but I just did a lot of cyclocross races, so
yeah, you are used to it.
Yeah.
Train a bit again.
It's also important for them that they feel at ease a bit. Would be a shame if we missed out on somebody's true potential just because he's nervous a bit. So I think it's important that they'll just have the feeling they're training with some friends. 3, 2, 1, go.
You saw overgeared when they pulled off, a bit forced on the bike, not one combination bike and rider.
Sprinting is not my quality.
Yeah, super nice.
Anton seemed very, very relaxed.
There's always an eye on you, but I try just to ride normal.
And Louis again just seemed a little bit nervous.
Yes, I was a bit nervous to make a mistake or to bring somebody down.
The mid portion of the ride was ridden at a steady tempo with a pretty good speed on all the climbs. The pressure was applied on some very technical descents. That was quite revealing.
I think it would be really important to show that we know how to stay in the group, stay relaxed, basically be riders and not only Zwift.
Maybe you can send it to me later.
And then the final hour, there was more of what we saw in hour number one. So some big sprints, some activations, 2x2. The reason that we have sprints at the beginning and the end is to see how the riders will cope with the accumulation of fatigue.
It's no secret that Alpes-in-der-König has a very strong sprint squad or contingent.
In a Grand Tour, when we have 8 riders, usually 3 or 4 will be dedicated to the lead out, being last man, second last and third last.
What makes Alpes-in-der-König so successful in the lead outs is the culture here. And all the guys, we know each other quite well. There's 100% trust.
Sta con uscire Philipsen, eccoci il epilogo, Philipsen esce, Jesper Philipsen in
This year I did a lot of lead-outs for Jasper, which I really enjoy doing, also because when I dropped him off at 200 meter, he was basically unbeatable.
We have the culture in the team and we're trying to analyze a lot of things as well in the sprint. We're trying to learn from our mistakes, and of course we will keep making mistakes, but all the mistakes we made, every time we can make a small progression, I think this is really part of the success.
At a certain moment you just have to know what you are really good at and try to go 100% for that. We have some kind of sprinting DNA where we try to build a team around certain sprinters. We have Jasper Philipsen, we have Caden Groves, but it's building a strong squad lead-out wise around that sprinter that makes actually looking the sprinter that good. We have 3 really strong riders, profiles, 100% sure. On the sprinting part, we don't have anyone who would fit in some kind of sprinting train or even performing the sprint itself. Anton had some punchy qualities, which were okay. Mattia and Louis, for sure, not. My first impression, they have more the physiology of a GC rider. Tomorrow it has to be confirmed if they are that good and if it's in that direction.
2 of them are already 24 years old, the other one is 19. So there he has, for me, already a small advantage.
Yeah, he's quite young, 19 years. So maybe I can count off a bit of inexperience, but maybe the team likes a younger rider better.
Well, I will be totally honest. At this moment, I don't have any favorite at all.
My name is Louis Kitsky. I work at a local supermarket in a warehouse. Sometimes it's a bit difficult because if you ride 170 kilometers in the morning and don't even have time to eat, it's sometimes a bit difficult. I'd say I'm a funny guy. I like spending time with my friends, with my brother especially. My family, we always do hiking, and so we climb mountains since we can walk. At an age of 13, I started to do a bit more sports. At first I wanted to become a bodybuilder. After I finished school last year in April, I said to myself, well, maybe you can try to become a professional cyclist. So I said to myself, give you 1 year to try it.
Als Vater wünsche ich mir natürlich, dass Luis einen normalen Job aufnimmt, wahrnimmt. Aber nachdem er so viel trainiert hat und so viel Engagement in seine Zukunft gesteckt hat, traue ich ihm nicht nur zu, dass er irgendwo mitfahren kann, sondern dass er ganz groß rauskommen kann, dass aus ihm noch was Großes wird.
The performances in the under 23 category weren't that good because I broke my hand and had lots of illness and things like that. The Zwift Academy was kind of a last opportunity to become a professional cyclist.
The first impressions are really good. I think we've got 3 really strong cyclists ready to show their best selves and to learn as they go as well, which was something that is really important for me. Katie, 26, she's working in finance, so she's obviously an intelligent woman.
It's a bit surreal being here. It's just being in the environment with the team, seeing the riders, seeing the whole support crew behind the riders, it's just incredible.
Laura's an interesting one. She is a very bubbly character.
I was trying to be as chill as possible.
Someone who would bring good morale to the team and try and lift the spirit. Maddie, I have had a conversation with in the past, and I know that she is one that is really trying to do everything she can to improve her weaknesses.
This is so real. I'm actually here. This is exciting.
She came here super motivated and super dialed into this task.
There has to be some nerves, otherwise it wouldn't be important, but it's just learning how to control it. Let the butterflies fly in the same direction and not all just like... When I was growing up, I did like all of the sports I could basically do at school. I did hockey, tennis, netball, cross-country running, athletics, swimming, you name it, I did it.
So at the beginning, I trained with her. Quite soon, even in primary school, she started running away from me. I couldn't keep up. And then with the swimming, very soon she started swimming away from me. I couldn't keep up. Come on, line. A couple of years later, I couldn't keep up with her in cycling. And since there, the rest is history. Come on the line!
Funny enough, one of the South African cycling teams found me on Strava. By the end of 2021, the races started again, and then all of a sudden, I was winning the races one after the other, like boom, 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 boom. One teammate is friends with Ashley Moorman-Pasio. They got to talking in terms of helping me get into Europe. I got an email from the World Cycling Center. Boom, bada bing. I ended up at the center. I was part of the World Cycling Center Women's Continental team based in Switzerland end of last year. Coming back from Switzerland, didn't have a contract for this season. I mean, I can't live with my parents forever. I applied for the Zwift Academy as one of the ways to try and find my way back to Europe. I didn't necessarily actually think I would get very far. It was quite a shock finding out like, hey, you're going to Spain, we'd like to invite you for the finals. Like, ah! Zwift Academy has been a blessing in that it has reignited the fire inside to keep pushing and keep pursuing the dream.
So day one we'll do the inside test.
These inside tests are really, really tough. It's going to be brutal.
Come on, Lara, last bit, go, go, go!
And I expect that the riders give absolutely everything that they can in this test, because from the results we get a full metabolic profile of the riders. So we can really paint a clear picture of the capabilities of the riders. As we said, today is just about giving your very best. We want to see what you can do on the bike, but also have some fun when we're out riding as well.
Make sure you fuel yourself. It will be super important. It's not an easy day.
So they start off with a 20-second full gas sprint. Then we had a 3-minute test, a 6-minute and a 12-minute.
I've done one. It was awful. I hated every minute of it. I don't want to do one again.
It's going to start drawing up a picture in terms of what they're capable of doing. We got a lot of collected data and it gives us a very good comparison against the riders that we currently have on the team. It's going to be absolutely brutal. And if it's not, you haven't done it well enough.
Action.
That's what you call 100% effort.
Really nice effort, girls, well done. We keep riding now, so just nice and easy, recover the legs.
You go around this bend. On this bend to the left, you'll see 2 lollipops. 2 big red either side, okay? That's where you're gonna start. So you'll get, 30 seconds, just easy spin into it. When you finish your 3 minutes, you keep riding for another 10 minutes. Easy, okay? At that point, drink if you feel you need a gel, take it, come back down here. You'll descend probably 5 minutes, and then we go again for the 6-minute one, okay?
Every one of the reps has to be done in the saddle, which is quite different for, a lot of riders would struggle with that.
And then 3 minutes, 6 minutes and 12-minute efforts, all from a seated position. Quite strange.
Laura, how was it? Good?
Good.
Yes.
How can be?
It was looking good.
I was happy with the numbers.
Yeah?
Laura's very interesting. She also comes with a degree of maturity in a physical standpoint because she has been in the sport a long time.
Come on, Katie, really good, really good.
Katie comes from a generation that is new to the sport. Her cycling experience is predominantly on Zwift.
Adi, how was it?
I exceeded the numbers I had in my head.
Yeah?
Good.
Good job.
Maddie's a very interesting athlete for us because she's, was not far off our selection a number of years ago. So this is really her second roll of the dice. She came back for another stronger athlete, more experienced athlete.
She was super smooth going up the climbs. She looked really strong.
I thought maybe I'd start to freak out in the middle, at least, of the 6-minute or the 12-minute. Like, oh my goodness, I need to hold the power. There's so much on the line. I was riding on a rocket ship today, so it was amazing. Gave us really fast bikes.
The 12 minutes was the hardest for me. The numbers were really strange and I was like doing full gas all the time. I was like, what?
We saw that by the end she was a little bit struggling with the gears.
Oh, Laura! Come on, Laura, last bit now, come on! Push.
I thought like the numbers were really off.
Oh, not good. I don't know, I could not hold the watts. I was just from the start. From the start I couldn't hold, I had some watts in mind and I couldn't hold it. And then I thought maybe power meter was wrongly calibrated, like itself or something. Come on, Katie! Come on, everything you got now, everything you got!
The fact that she was so strong on Zwift made us feel, fascinated to actually see her in the real world. It confirmed to us that she, in a short few years of cycling, has an incredible engine.
I didn't look at my numbers deliberately because I didn't want to be disheartened by it. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done. How far did you get around that corner?
I got to where the team were, at the top. I don't know if that's the top.
Did you get right to the top? Was that 12 minutes?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe just short of.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. Keep going.
Cheers.
Yeah. Well done.
Squeeze it all out? I don't know, it's easy after, isn't it? Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I tried.
From Katie, we learned that she has the best numbers.
I don't really know what the other girls' numbers are.
I didn't want to ask because I don't want to like really get unmotivated or something with the numbers, you know, I just want to focus on myself.
I would say Katie would have the edge over the rest of the girls. Since we've been with Zwift Academy, all the girls that we've tested, you know, they would belong in a pro peloton from an actual physical standpoint.
It couldn't be decided purely just on the numbers.
What we're looking to do over the next few days is also look at the way that the riders are on the bike. How are they interacting with their teammates? You know, everything that goes into being a professional cyclist, it's not just about how many watts you can push.